All right, the first test we're going to go over is the sit and reach test. This test is a test of your lower body, your hamstring, your glutes, and your lower back flexibility. This test can be administered at home, or it can be done at home by just simply taking a 12-inch box, taking a yardstick, putting it on top of that, putting a 15-inch ruler, or putting the mark of 15 inches at your feet. The way this test can be completed is you can do it barefoot or with shoes on. Your feet are going to be flat against the box itself. With a soft flexion or a straight knee down the entire time, you're going to come across the top with your hands completely overlapping each other, with your fingertips overlapping. You're going to come down to the box, touching the box. Now with a slow controlled movement, you're going to exhale, pushing the bar as far as you can. In the meantime, you're going to extend as far as you can with your head completely in between your arms. And then once you get to the bottom, you're going to hold it for a 1 second minimum before releasing from there. There cannot be any jerking motions, and there can't be any thrusting motions to push the bar further. This will be completed 3 separate times, taking your first or your top of your 3 attempts, and it's going to be measured to the closest 1/4 inch. Once again, your knees are going to stay completely straight. You cannot flex or bend your knees at all, and your hands got to stay over top of each other the entire time. All right, the next test we're going to go over is the 1 minute sit-up test, 1 minute max sit-up test. From this position, it can either be done with an apparatus that's going to hold your feet, or it can be done with an individual holding your feet. You're going to start in the downward position with your back completely flat against the ground. You're going to take your hands, and they're going to go on top of your head, cupping your ear or just behind your ear, never moving forward of the actual earlobe themselves. One important fact is we do not want you to actually pull on your neck and strain your neck at all when completing this test. So for the sit-up itself, you're going to sit up until your elbows come completely touching your knees or your mid-thighs. And then once you come back down into the finishing position, the important thing is that your shoulder blades come in complete contact with the floor or the mat before completing another sit-up. Let's go ahead and do another one. Once you come down and touch the ground, if you come short and don't actually make complete contact, that will be counted as a no rep. Or if you do not make contact with your knees or your upper thighs, that's a no rep as well. When completing the test, at no point should your hips come up off the ground. In order to assist you in getting up quicker, your hips and your lower back have to maintain contact at all points. The next test we're going to complete is the 1 minute max push-up test. This is a test of your upper body strength and endurance. For this test, you're going to get into what is considered a high plank position, which will be on your hands and then your feet up on the ground and together. One of the important things is try to make sure you have a straight back in the entire time. In this video, we're going to utilize a 3-inch block, but we can also utilize a fist to simulate this at home. The block or the fist is going to go directly underneath the chest. For the completed push-up, what you're going to do is you're going to go completely down until your chest touches the block, and then all the way back up. So go ahead and complete one, and then all the way back up. Notice when she came to a completed position that her elbows came to a complete lockout. At any point in which your elbows do not lock out, that is considered a no rep. Also, if you go down and do a push-up and it does not come in contact with the block itself, that also is considered a no rep. So the chest did not come in contact, so that's a no rep. And now doing one completed one where the elbow does not completely lock out. That's otherwise known as short stroking, where it doesn't come to a complete lockout. During the push-up position, if any point before the minute is complete, any body part touches the ground, it's considered an end of the test. It doesn't matter how much time is left. You have to go the entire minute, but if your knees, your torso, or any part touches, it's considered an end of the test. For women over 50 years of age, a modified push-up, otherwise known as a push-up on your knees, comes into play. It's going to be held to the same standard as the regular push-up. The only difference is being on your knees. You'll still go down to a completed push-up to where your chest touches the block and comes back up, making sure to lock out your elbows and to make complete contact with the block at all times. Once again, this is only for females over the age of 50 and above.